Hello everyone! So today we're doing a play and review of the game Hytale. Hytale is something unique to talk about. Now this just came into early access after it was just cancelled and reballed and then there's a story to it. Now if you want to just go ahead and start with the gameplay, go ahead. I'm going to talk a little bit about Hytale for a minute, as well as a little bit of my connection and kind of the stuff about it. I just want to talk about this whole, this situation needs a little talk about before we go into it. And we're going to talk about what our goals with this play and review is. So this is Hytale. Hytale is basically advanced Minecraft, or what most people would say, but it's more than that. But we're going to be talking about a little bit about it. So Hytale has been in development for a long time. I think it's been almost a decade, maybe even more. So Hytale has been thrown around as potentially the Minecraft killer. In other words, the game that would supplant Minecraft and, you know, be better than Minecraft in every way. Why would you play Minecraft? We have Hytale, you know. Is it? Well, we're going to talk about that as we go along. It's so far, though, looking to be that. Now, I've played about 20 minutes of this. I have not played any more than that, really. And that's mostly so that I can kind of do this play and review on that without very much knowledge in there. But obviously, someone told me we should go ahead and do it. I'm like, I can't resist. I took a look at it. So first off, we're going to look into some things, and then we're going to start a new world and play it and experience everything about it. Now, I barely know anything about Hytale now. I studied a little bit about it, but Hytale has been out for so long. But what happened here is Hytale, I think, was canceled by Riot Games. And then the person who was one of the main developers of Hytale bought it back. Then they pushed back the model and version of Hytale 4 or 5 years back to get it into its current state to be produced. So Hytale is a very complicated mess of bought out by a big company. Company tries to make them do more than they're supposed to and change to a different like engine, and then they break it down and other problems and stuff. This whole thing, but then finally the main developers come back, takes it, and pretty much puts it to the state it's supposed to be in from like 5 years ago or so. So they had apparently had it was all broken, it wasn't working, and somehow within only a few months they got it all working back together where it would work as a game, right? So we're going to be exploring that and seeing, is this game going to be a Minecraft killer? Did it take too much damage from its AAA kind of publisher crap and stuff? We're just going to check on that, all right? Remember, this is all early access, and this is early access hodgepodge. They have jury-rigged this thing back together from the grave. This is a necromancy game, if anything. But is it worth it? I've seen a lot of games that come out from the dead, and they were way worse than they should be. But there's promising things in Hytale. We're going to go over that. So let's look at the avatar stuff first. You can see all the hairstyles you can choose from and how they put on the model. Then you can get eyebrows, eyes, facial hair, the head accessory, the hat, you know. We got the eyes and we got earrings and stuff put on your model. Then you got your body type. You can change characteristics. I don't know how it's muscular or not. I don't know what the difference is. Then you got your type of the eyes. Not that there's much right now, but I'm sure there'll be tons more later. And then the mouth, which I can't tell too much on because of that. Then your ears, if you want to have different ears. There's a lot to this game as far as you go. You've got your under top with your shirt, your over top, your jacket and everything else. Then your gloves, you got the pants, your underpants or leggings or things. In this case, we have knee pads on, which goes really well with the boots we picked. The high level, you know, the heavy leather boots, you know. Nice little cool, like, I look like a modern pirate. I know. There's nothing with a good half mask and a hood and whatnot, so we're just gonna go with what we got, right? You got a cape thing well. But this also means that there's probably a good chance over here that we can have more showcasing on the model and stuff. But honestly, I think it looks pretty cool from just how we can, like, shove things together. If there's anything I have to complain about right now, it's that there is no stubble for the beard. That really upsets me, you know that. So that's that. Now we're going to just, there's creative or nothing going on or whatnot, and adventure exploration. Now, if my computer makes too much sound that's heard in the microphone and stuff behind me, I apologize for that, as I still have not got my new computer, and that I've been trying to acquire since Black Friday. Yeah, it's been a few months. But we're going to be able to test this on a potato computer. My computer is dying, so if you have a crappy computer, you might be able to run this. I'm on a 6th generation i7. It was 14th generation before they went to the Ultra, so we'll see how this goes. Well, I mean, it's going to go okay. I've already played a little bit. There's a few hodgepodgey, messy things with the game so far. So I can't really tell if it's my computer or just the coding hasn't been really fixed up yet. There's a lot to forgive about this gameplay if there's some issue because of this stuff. There's a little bit of lag for me, but then again, my computer's pretty crappy and old, and it's probably still figuring out the thing. It wasn't this bad earlier, so let me just check the settings, make sure nothing got too much here. Shadow quality, we don't need that high, as well as particles. It's gonna be a little laggy at first here. Whoa, I didn't want to sit down. That's neat, though. We can sit. Ooh, that is neat. Then again, earlier, I wasn't running my 50,000 recording software stuff with it. So that's probably why it's lagging up on me right now. So we're going to have to lower the quality even further. So you're going to get to see this on low quality world and everything, everyone. I apologize for having low quality to this. But you know what? This show has to go on and look good for it. So we got breakable pots and stuff and trash. Mushrooms. I can guarantee it was running earlier for me way better than now. But again, my computer is 10 years old. Sometimes it works better on a higher setting than lower settings. Let's try that real quick. Oh yeah, that's way better. Yeah, so sometimes with outdated computers and rigs, they just have trouble with the lower settings versus the higher settings. So it is a little bit janky for me here. Well, let's see if I can get it going a little better with higher settings again. Don't need anti-aliasing. We need better shading. Let's see if shading works. That does do better. Okay. So sometimes the older, the low versions of shading and bloom and graphics and all that will negatively affect computers that are older because it's like a newer technology or something on the... Nothing expects me to have an ancient rig like I have for a lot of these games. Even though this game is the build from 4 or 5 years ago. Now, right off the bat, we can tell the sound is amazing. I have no idea what Essence of Life is. Overflowing life energy, something around plants. So we got that. We got wheat. We got leather. That. And we've got some stone rubble. Now, one thing I noticed that's really interesting on this game so far is... Let's knock down a tree and I'll show you. So if you ever knock down trees in games like Vintage Store, you know, that's a Minecraft style clone, you will notice that it would take more effort to knock a block off depending on how tall the tree is, putting all that work that transfers on. But in Hytale, it's the same work to break one block, whether it's the top of the tree or the bottom of the tree. So there's not any difficulty for taking a tree like that. There's an enemy over there. The enemies are a lot stronger than in Minecraft and a lot harder to get away from. So we're going to try to get ourselves a work table before venturing further. When I played this for the 10 minutes I did, one of the issues I had was trying to fight enemies with tools did not work. They might change that later or whatnot. But you need to get a proper weapon in this game. But the weapons are a different combat style entirely. Man, it's a lot better than Minecraft. Now, the big question people would ask, is this the Minecraft killer? Well, I mean, look at me mining. You see how that bounces around and stuff? Now, I've learned a lot about animation because I make VTube models and animate them. And if I can tell you anything, it's a lot of deformers and stuff. And they have their own way of doing that here. Very apologize for anyone for any lag going on. I'm very upset with my computer not being here because we'd be doing this at maximum settings times 10, 4K, 140 frame rate if I had that. So, alright, let's go to the crafting. So we have the crafting here. Instead of the crafting tree like Minecraft, we just have a bunch of things we can craft. So let's craft the workbench. And we have a workbench. It's a lot better than a block, people. It's a lot better than a block. So now we have access to more things we can craft. We can craft a sword, which rubble has use for, but that will help us for the enemies we've seen in the field. A hatchet. Oh, and we don't have enough plant fiber, so let's, can I cut more out? Kind of feel like I should get some plant fiber from the things there. We got a bunch of wheat. I guess we got to get it from bushes. So now we have more plant fiber. We can at least get our pickaxe. Let's see. I guess the goal will be getting a furnace and stuff. So let's see. Let's compare this to Minecraft so far. We already got a lot better with that. So this whole kind of play and review is going to be based on considering the game as a Minecraft killer or not, which is an unfair biased opinion, but let me just put this out there. Minecraft has done barely anything in a long time. It's okay to call things a Minecraft killer. It needs to die right now. Microsoft hasn't really put forward enough to really make the game stand out for what it is, and they failed at that. Minecraft had a big graphical update they were planning a while back, and until the very last day, they kept pushing it back, saying, oh, it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Then they just said, yeah, it's not going to happen, we can't do it, the project's been canceled. So that happened for them. So as far as mining, this feels a lot more fun than Minecraft. Everything is more cartoony, it's more alive, it's better. So, right off the bat, all I could tell you, if you just showed this to me without a name, is like, wow, someone made a sequel to Minecraft. And it kind of is like a sequel to Minecraft in a way. It's built by a bunch of people trying to make something better than Minecraft, their own take on it, really. It plays just like Minecraft, but better. It's more fun. It's animated. You can see these blocks bouncing as I hit them with cool effects and stuff. Minecraft was like a basement project created by Marcus Pearson back in the day. Notch, and he, I believe he was one of the major programmers of the game Worm Online, which to me is incredible because I used to play Worm Online way back in the day and played it even later and stuff, and they've got a lot of my money back in the day. So, I bought Minecraft before it was Minecraft. There was no mining, there was no crafting. It was less than a tech demo when I tried it out, and I was so impressed. There was no game like it. Oh, we have a wolf. Let me see, I know you can jump. Oh. So far, there's a lot more combat, like charging up the attacks and stuff. And Well, we're about to get wrecked by a wolf, so let's back away. He got his friend. He called for backup. That's no fair. You know, it's just not right. He backed off, coward. So yeah, the combat's a lot more fun, but you can get wrecked real early on if you don't prepare, you know. Now we have a giant rabbit. Let's hunt. Come here, rabbit. Oh, I heard there was a special attack that you get charged up if you do enough attacking. I didn't have this happen before earlier, so let's see what happened at Q. That was neat. See, you already have a lot more than you can get with, like, Minecraft so far with things. Now, I believe this is random gen, much like Minecraft. So, there's things to it there. You eat some food, and berries had a regen effect, too. So, on top of healing you right off the bat, it kind of give me a little bit of health later. So, you've got to, like, find items that can heal you in food. So, this will... Raw meat will instantly restore 5% health. We won't use it right away, though. But there's a lot to this game so far. It looks good. So we got right there out the bat. We've got a decrepit old house thing. So we got here. Breakable boxes. They don't do anything there, but a few berries in there, I guess. I don't think I'll get out if I break that. So that's another thing. There's vaulting in this game too. So that's another thing I keep forgetting about. There's a lot of cool things to this game though. So there's a take-all. Okay. So let me see here. So here's another cool thing my friend found out the last time I watched him play. Now I haven't tried this myself because it only takes like 10 minutes. But this is what I saw is really cool. So we have an arrow in our hand. We can throw the arrows without a bow. We have small animals and big animals. Look how much better they look than Minecraft animals. Look how good they look. Even on my crappy graphic setting. They look incredible. Now again, a lot of this lag is happening because I'm running like 30 programs at once to stream this. Not stream that, record it, right? So... the game already has some amazing stuff to it so far. It is very similar to Minecraft. And let's just knock down a tree with an axe. That takes so much less time than Minecraft. So you get a little bit more time at it on a more realistic thing on that. Now, if it was more realistic, you'd be cutting it down afterwards, like Eco or something. Another great Minecraft-inspired game if you ever want to try it. So, but so far we have other things. I haven't encountered a lot of this stuff, so a lot of things are just bare bones, if you will, right? But this game has potential for more. But how is it compared to Minecraft as is? And we have fish. Behold, fish going left and right, up and down. I mean, it reminds me of regular fish, real fish, you know? It's like, it's pretty nice. Alright, so let's test some more things about the game. There's certain areas that are difficult for my computer to handle, and some that are not. But the very fact that my computer can play this without feeling like gross is a significantly good part about it. Again, I would really wish I had my new computer, because, oh... it might look like a completely different game. So anything you hear seems muted or bad and stuff, it's probably not the game. It's me. Let me see if I can get that looking better. I bet it's the depth buffer. It's probably like holding a few things back and stuff. Because there's probably a lot of people too that are having... let's look underwater. I mean, it's not much, but it's not bad. Oh, we got a spider. Oh! Back, you fiend! So we have combos, it looks like. So the third strike is about 50% more damage, which is something you see in a lot of games with this kind of stuff, honestly. There's a bear. We're not messing with it. So the game feels great. The environments feel good. And look at this. We have monster camps. The game kind of feels like a cross between Legend of Zelda and Minecraft. Like if Legend of Zelda decided to have a Minecraft game instead. A skeleton. It's like you have to pick your battles a little bit compared to Minecraft, where all the creatures just stand there and you can't really tell what is what. The enemies here have incredibly good designs. And obviously after this video, I'm going to be playing a lot of Hytale and checking it out and stuff. But this is a great game so far. I don't think I'm showcasing off enough stuff, so it's part of the reason I'm doing the recording, is that if anything gets too boring, I'll just cut it out. But I really wanted to showcase the game in its natural form so far. Let me see, does it do that? Oh, oh, it does. So, look at that. Look how tall that is. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks tall. Now, in Minecraft, 2 blocks tall, you can't do anything. 4 blocks, I'm up. Can I get 5 blocks? No. So, you can climb twice the amount you can jump. Well, you can't jump 2 blocks. I can't tell. Maybe you can jump 2 blocks. Let me find out. Yeah, you can jump 2 blocks high, but you can climb 4 blocks high. That's pretty cool for this kind of game. So it already plays amazingly. It's got a very populated world. Now, remember, this is knocked all the way back, so it's almost like they're back into first day development and stuff. Now, is this game a risk to buy? No, it's not a risk to buy. And the reason for that is that, well, they've already got enough money to pay for the game's development for years and then some. And if they get, I don't know how far development changed for them and all that, but when the game was being talked about before, the whole goal of it was like internal modding. So like you can work with the in-game system to mod it. You don't have to know outside systems. You just kind of just make it and do it, and it works, right? So there's a lot to that. And if they can pull that off, if they can make the game so internal moddable and improve the mods to allow them to easily mod it and make new things and advance things and customize things and stuff, everyone will be modding. You don't have just a few people that can do it. Everyone, the problem with mods in games and all that is that when people are trying to do things, they feel intimidated. They don't know they can do it. I can't make mods. I'm not a coder. But if the game tells you anyone can mod, just try it out in the game and stuff, then it will obviously let a lot of people do that. So it does do a lot with that. Let's go ahead and get out of this forest so I can look into the production aspect of the game. Maybe get a little mine shaft going. You know how it goes. Trying to start there. Mature potatoes in the field. That's neat. I guess those are not mature potatoes, which has flowers on them. So it's flowering. It's not ready yet, which is pretty interesting. And then we have all these new areas you go to and little announcements. The music, the sound effects, they're great. The graphics are amazing. Obviously, it's going to be better than when I do it. When you play it, will be probably 1,000 times better than what you see with my video. All low frame rate and everything. So I guarantee you, this is on a potato. This is on a potato computer. It never used to be. It wasn't a potato computer back when the back when I had a 1070 in my computer. That's when this computer was good. It was high end back in those days. So it's been a few generations from its heyday. So it's a little struggling. It's not struggling with Hytale, mind you. It's not struggling with Hytale. It's struggling with VBridger, VTube Studio, OBS, and Hytale. There's a lot going on for me to record this, so it seems a little worse than it is. Oh, hello, Mr. Someone is... I'm in big danger. So, yeah. That's, this is a dangerous game compared to Minecraft. Look at that. Shot out of nowhere. Got my butt kicked. I've been hearing pigs that are very angry with me existing, too. Okay, I think we got out of the danger zone. Let's switch some wild berries and get that HP bar looking a little better. That's a bit of a regen effect, so it's better to do that than otherwise. You can see the items disappear and change on there. So you're just pressing F to harvest instead of just destroying it and stuff. And pretty good stuff for the most part. It's a lot handier than you would see in, like, Minecraft or something. Okay, that got rid of the near-death effect, warning me about that. So you can see, too, we have birds. Like, huntable birds. And, like, they don't look the best, honestly. But, I mean, we have them. And they're not terrible. And it's probably a low iteration of it. They're probably going to improve that drastically, make it look as good as the ground animals. Which are incredible. Look at that bear. It was moving around while asleep. There's foxes. Might be tameable. I'm not sure yet. And we got some other creature here. Is that a deer? Are you? Anyways, lots of fun stuff here. We got all these other things. Look, flax. Alright. I probably talked everyone's ears off about the whole situation now. So let's compare more to Minecraft and stuff. Let's get some, there we go. Got a big rock over there. There's a moose. The game has mooses. It's a pack of meese. Look at those meeses. It's a meese by a bear. Or is that a lady meese? Gonna hit that bird with this arrow set. I hit it. And it flies away. Because I struck it with an arrow. Now I didn't have a bow. That's why I did low damage and stuff like that. But you can still throw arrows. It's like last-ditch efforts and stuff, it looks like. Okay, so where's my workbench? Let's set up here. Crude bedroll. That was probably where you, yes, a respawn thing. Just like Minecraft, it's just a respawn. Sure. Name it your bed. That's interesting. You can name the beds and everything. So we have a furnace here now too. But look with this. We have tier 1 of the workbench. You can upgrade it with copper ingots, iron ingots, and linen scraps. Now from what I've heard from friends that have been playing a little bit, there is a visual distinction on that too. So now we have a furnace, which also takes items to enhance and everything. Is there any way to do other things or not? Let's personalize things. Make structural blocks here. Let's get a builder's workbench going and see what that has. How many planks do I get? I get only one. Okay, so it's not anything... Oh, I can burn it too. Okay. So there's 2 slots there. I'm kind of wondering if I can make alloys or something that way. Maybe now, maybe in the future, but they've got the work for it a bit. So charcoal seems to be made on the side here. Now we have an iron ingot. What else do I need to cut? Don't trust Mises. Let's try the chest. I want to see what the chest is like. So we got a simple chest here. Does it double up if I have two, like in Minecraft? They do! Does it become one item or two items? So we do get two. Okay. We can put everything away that we have here, so we don't have to panic at the loss of it. Oh, you can see it's chalk blocks. That's interesting. That's a bear. Are you nice, bear, or am I going to run for my life? Ladies and gentlemen, the bears are nice. I don't have to run for my life against them, like I would if I was playing, what was it? Vintage Story. You have all those predators going after you and everything else. So let's see if we can get some more metals and ingots and stuff. So we have a stamina bar too, which is a lot more interesting than Minecraft's like hunger system, which you run 5 feet and now you're hungry again. Hunting a rat is a safe way to... Ah! Bird! Feathers. Oh, you can get even plant fiber from cutting into trees. Is pretty interesting. So the combat is interesting. A lot of animals are kind of like wary but not dangerous. And a lot are dangerous. See if frog drops anything. Well, not that time at least. So what I look for here is a cave. In my last like 10-minute little test run, I found a cave and stuff. And that was really exciting going inside of it. Now we have these creatures. It's like a buffalo or something. So we have vines that cause damage. We've got the light going down. I guess I'll have to sleep in my little bedroll for the night to get the day back. Even though I'm looking to go underground, it'd be better to go for the daytime a bit. And so far, the ambiance and everything else is better than Minecraft by a lot. You feel better. It feels more like you're in a world instead of Minecraft. Minecraft was great because it was the first of its kind. So other games take that idea and they push it further. Now, another thing you'll notice if I'm walking forward, we're kind of going up the blocks and everything, right? Instantaneously, like, you know, it takes a second. So it's not completely instantaneous, but you are instantly just walking forward. You don't have to hop a hop hop. You might be a little faster, you might not. You kind of slow down a little bit when you jump, so it's hard to tell what's faster to do this sometimes. Let's see how it looks like when we sleep the day away. Oh, it tells you when you can sleep. So, how much longer does it go for? Okay, so you can't sleep until it's a certain time of day, and it will tell you when. Is there any way to see the daytime here? No. Oh, we have a map. Okay. That's cool. I didn't pay attention to this earlier. So this is where I was assaulted horribly by a bunch of knights. We got some interesting things. So now we can see kind of would be interesting to look for and go to. We can even see a lot of range around ourselves here. Which is weird. I've been wandering around for a while, and it's a perfect circle already. So that's just enchants. Looks like there's some bones to these. This is already so much more interesting than the things you would find in Minecraft. Has it turned? Okay, it's still... Alright, so let's make... let's go to make torches. Tree sap. Get this knocking out tree. Hey, look how fast it is cutting down a tree. And it's not just one block. It's the whole tree. So you can put a torch in your offhand. Your offhand has a wheel to it. So we have a torch here instead. And look at the light. It goes with me. Minecraft doesn't have this by default. You have to mod that in. And even then, it'd be a little finicky. Let's see. Is there anything else we can make here? So we need some copper in order to make other things. And we need light hide to make the tanning rack. We got some dummies we can make, though. That's interesting. Metal spike trap. Okay. A wooden spike trap. Now, here's what's interesting. So we have metal spike trap, the iron, right? I don't have iron in my inventory. It's over here. So they've already got the connectivity to stuff compared to Minecraft. So another +1 for Hytale with that case. So that's a lot better. Oh, we finally found a cave. It's right by where I started. What is this? Ice? Blue ice. Okay, this is interesting already. We found a frost mine shaft place thing. Alright, so let's see if we can find some copper. Lots of danger already. There's some bats on the side, it looks like. Uh-oh. Got a goblin. Easily dispatched, and a few berries will heal that up. Yup, I failed going after a bat. My hubris. See, I don't know why I'm mining like I am. Because this is not Minecraft. I can just climb up there like that. Got a goblin friend there. What do we got here? Thorium. So another thing like Minecraft is the mining objects might be better, but they still work. So even though it's a stone pick, it can still carve up the thorium and stuff. So I can mine iron with the stone pickaxe, no worries. We have a... Ooh, we've got a mine post, or a mine shaft kind of thing. Did our friend show back up? No, I guess he gave up after I gave him the whooping. He didn't expect. Potions. Okay, so going through dungeons, and I found a small potion of healing, I'm guessing. Does it say healing? Yeah, health. Okay. So let's see if I have it completely free. So there is no structural integrity, just like Minecraft. But there is this. So you see this stalactite. It breaks if the object is there, because it has to have attached to a top object. So that's a little bit cooler than hunting bats doesn't seem worth it yet. Moss blocks, okay. So we already got this interesting biomes and stuff. This is just default, mind you. So if this game adds mod abilities, it's going to be much more incredible. Alright, looks like we got some iron ore. I think this is iron. Yep, okay. So even though it's a tier above copper or whatnot, I am using a stone pickaxe to mine iron. I kind of think like a lot of the irons and copper stuff are probably kind of similar, but copper's a little bit worse, but used for other things. The way this game's tiered metals, I'm not quite sure yet. But so far, it looks pretty good. I mean, these mine rails look amazing. I love the way things are look. Yeah, this is going pretty good for even if it's just iron. I really want copper. I know copper is more plentiful. The mining aspect of this is really fun compared to Minecraft. Like, it feels a lot better. Here we go. We got some copper. At a tree? Okay, slate. Yeah, it's got that tree-like grain to it with slate. That's interesting. We got a blue metal here. Still mine cobalt ore. We can still mine it with an iron pickaxe. Now, how these tiers of items and stuff goes and whatnot, we'll learn more about it as the game develops, you know, better now. But it's finally early access. For the first time in forever, people are able to play Hytale. I love the sound it makes. I just love how it hits. I love how it bounces. It feels so much more better with feedback than Minecraft. Mining is better in this than Minecraft. But I mean, that's to be expected. Because Minecraft is old and outdated. A lot of people would be afraid of the idea of saying something's a Minecraft killer, but is it really bad to say something can or should be a Minecraft killer? I mean, it has better stuff, but does it have the substance? Well, honestly, Minecraft does not have much substance. So we have the in-between a ice block and a stone block here, right? So you can see how it transitions between the two. And it goes away if I break one. So we've got ice covering the blocks beside it for a nice little edge instead of looking so blocky. They've really done well with the transitional points between. Look at that snow. So items of more fluid-like block types will encompass another one. I don't know how that works between ice and snow. Actually, since they pick upable, we can find out. How does it work? Well, snow is going above ice, so they have a tier system to it, looks like. Let's put regular ice here, too, and see what happens. You can see who goes on top of who there. That's interesting. So now I'm down here, and there is a giant frost spider over there. The dungeon dwelling, going down these mine shafts and stuff and everything else, is a little on the horrifying side, honestly. The monsters are genuinely scary in this. Look how good the rat looks. And that's the goblin. The creatures in this look amazing no matter how you say it. You know, the art style is very good. It's very interesting and very unique. I mean, look at the bat's wings. They just look great. So, as far as creatures go, there's no contest. Minecraft loses out significantly compared to Hytale. Animations, of course, just like the creatures, Hytale outdoes them. Amazingly so. The sound effects are great. They change based on texture. Even the door, you can see it bouncing. It's so much better. I want the door. Wait, this is a different part than it was earlier. So there's a bit of redundancy with the same like things right now, but this is early access. They're going to add more later. So it just doesn't have a lot of that content. But the content it has is incredible. Let me just listen to the sound again. It just... You know, I keep forgetting. I'm not trying to... See, I'm so used to mining one block at a time. Because that's how it does in Minecraft. It will take time for you to get used to playing Hytale. If you played a lot of Minecraft. Because the vaulting makes movement so much better. The enemies have, you know, they look better when they die. They have all this amazing stuff. Look at that texture in the hand. The game is, as far as the things we've seen in Hytale, it's better than Minecraft. Yeah, they're simple. Now you can tell as we're going down below, I'm not having to register all those trees and the air and stuff. My computer's getting a little better, so the frame rate's getting up. So this is how it would be kind of for me normally in some cases. Older computers will not struggle that much with it. Mine is just because, like I said before, I am recording. And recording's a lot. So now we've gotten to some interesting things. That's cool. So we got these coffins and stuff. And a chest. Iron helmet fits right over the items. It takes over its place. So that's cool. Now, obviously, if this is like a Minecraft, I'm not going to leave a chest behind. It looks that good. So you have all these really cool blocks and stuff that might have items in it, things that do good. So look at this. So this is another block type. So now we've got shell pillar blocks. So that's bottom of that, I guess. Okay, so you make the base and the top, and then the top. So let's see. Is that the same? Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's kind of how interesting how they have all these block types for it. So they have a large variety of block shapes and types to really make your builds more interesting. If you play games like Vintage Story, you know, another game like Minecraft, you would have to chisel out the shape yourself, which is really cool, but I noticed in so many games that having to do so much yourself really can get to you. Goblin again. So we're fighting in moss here, and so my sword is just destroying the moss, so the terrain even can give in the middle of a fight. So they got that over Minecraft as well. You know, more environmental connectivity and stuff. So that's another point for Hytale right here. Now, it might seem like I'm just saying there's a point. So is it better than Minecraft when you get better than this and that? No, 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 no. But the thing is that Hytale is doing all these things objectively better at every step of the way. So even though we have a little bit of stuff there, look at that. It's twitching after death. Cutting through a bunch of blocks with a sword. Cutting through moss with a sword. If you are fighting over a pit of moss, like I was with that goblin, you will find yourself falling in the terrain and having to readjust. So there's terrain risk and everything else with combat. Ice you slip on. So there's momentum, carries on. It's great so far. I mean, look how we got. We got all these interesting block types and stuff that can be used for certain other things. The tree cutting is better, like we saw before. So there's a lot of great stuff to it. Now, let me talk about more of this in a minute when we get out of here. Because there's a lot more to identify about what Hytale can do more than it was. Now here we go. We have broken the pickaxe. So I have a broken pickaxe. I'm still mining copper with it. In Minecraft, your pickaxe would just break to pieces. So you're never going to get stuck anywhere because your pickaxe breaks. It's just going to become very inconvenient. And that's a really nice feature to have with this. So now it's a little inconvenient to harvest, so let's try and get out of here. The fact I can climb blocks is great, but now I have a broken pickaxe. Well, you know what? Let's make another workbench. This will be for dungeon dwelling. And we can look at this. Okay, so now I got a workbench. What you can see here, if we can make a repair kit with an iron ingot, light leather, and linen scraps. That is significantly more expensive than a crude pickaxe. So also, looks like it said your repaired items lose 10% durability. So you can use them, but not forever in that way. Let's take this with us. You never know when you'll need a good workbench for remaking yourself. So we got this guy. Oh, we found an item here. Okay, this is interesting. A scrap mace. So it doesn't look like it does. Doesn't look like it has good durability. So let's see. We got signature energy. Doesn't really talk much about the power of it or not. Does significantly more damage though. Okay, so we've been here before again. So you get lost in a lot of these things right now because there's a lot less variation than you'd expect from like Minecraft, which has more, you know, generation of randomness in some ways. But at the same time, it still has the other generation between those points. You can see we've already gotten lost and come back to the throne pickaxe. So, the only negative I have so far about the game, other than the lack of stubble for a beard, is the fact that we have these kind of like dungeon points are so plentifully, well, not plentiful, they're so few at the moment. Easily made up for by the enemies and stuff. I believe that spider was winching and closing its eye when I struck it. So the textures weren't pretty amazing in this. Let's see if we can find our way out from this side then. Well, we've already been this way. Getting lost in here is pretty difficult to get out because honestly it's so much fun. So let's a dungeon dwelling can be troublesome in my opinion here because of this. So alright, we got more of that. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to get that up. Getting lost. If you like getting lost, this is a great game for it so far. I do see items getting locked into the side blocks, which honestly isn't much of a problem. As Minecraft had similar things when they would fall too far, but not if they were adjacent. So that might be a bug or just how things ended up for it. Ooh. So fall damage is serious. So now if I need to just climb up somewhere, I don't have to just, you know. I just climb up like that. So you can really scale like these cliffs a lot easier because you can just climb up like that, and then climb up like that. Look at that. You can parkour like crazy here. So, movement system. Parkour. That was what I consider here. Let's see how hard it is to climb out if we mine directly, kind of like Minecraft style. Now, I'm forgetting is that we can climb 2 here, but we can climb even further that way. So we can go up to 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's 3, so we can go even higher. So that's 1, 2. Okay, so now we just gotta... Alright, and so... Yeah, so it's even easier to climb up because you can go more directly vertical than in Minecraft. And the compass is helping me find my spawn and my bed. Okay. The animals give you alerts before they attack you because they're not completely aggressive sometimes. So you know to back off. So the bears are aggressive. I was incorrect earlier. It's not that bad, though. So knockback helps a lot. Ooh, bear hurts. But we're victorious, so that's okay. Let's see. What can we put up here? A nice little fireplace there. So heavy hides from bears, so there's a lot of variety and stuff with just finding animals and everything else. So let's see. Put thorium. Can we cook 2 things at once? Is that what's going on? Let's find out. Now, before you go further, look at the animation for the furnace. See that bouncing and stuff? So, these blocks and these parts all have the ability to kind of stretch and pull. This would be like a deformer in Line of Duty that I work with and stuff. So that's interesting. So we got 1 thorium ingot. So it does it one after the other. It doesn't do them together. Okay. But see the bouncing and stuff they gave it? They just gave a little bit of bounce to and from. So that actually makes it look a lot more alive. We have it stretching and squishing down. A lot of people do this in a lot of 2D games and stuff. You make it more lively and existing and stuff. And seeing that in some and looking at some various reports of game developers talking about their animation style to make things look more alive. They would stretch and squish and stuff. And that's kind of how a lot of things do in real life, even though obviously a furnace wouldn't do that. It gives you the idea of seeing it from a distance. It just looks alive or something, or like it's the heat kind of messing with it. But it looks good. And that's all that matters, is looking good. Let's look at how the workbenches work. So, have that. Does it take more? Okay, so you need workbench 2 to make thorium. And a workbench 3 to make adamantine and mithril. Which is better? I don't know. We have steel over here, but adamantine we have heavy leather. And heavy leather looks a little bit less rare than this. Honestly, if you guys feel like it's kind of weird that we have adamantine before mithril, that's just the traditional MMO-ish like set that people have, you know. That doesn't mean that mithril or adamantine is better. In fact, it turns out that a lot of... Squirrel! I honestly feel bad about that. I like squirrels. But we're testing the game out, so everything has to perish. My squirrel's cuter than that one anyways. Alright, so we've already ran out of fuel. Can charcoal be used as fuel? It can be. That is interesting. So, The charcoal you get from using wood also apparently becomes the fuel itself. That's interesting. Very interesting. We got trees going down even deeper than the ground. Roots! Check it out. Now, I don't know how that would work with the trees growing in the game and stuff, so. We have roots. Okay, let's put this in here. We'll check out the... I like how you have to turn it on instead of just putting it in there and being like, oh no, I put my wooden rare item instead and burned it. I do like not having to jump if I don't want to. It's not much slower to just run things instead of, you know, jumping. But I mean, in the Minecraft, you would have to be so worried about like, oh no, I got stuff going into the ground. Be aggressive. You can just climb out of the ditch. So simple and easy. More resources. They look better. It feels better. You can identify things better. So far, is this game a Minecraft killer? Yes. Yes, it is, in my opinion. What does it say upgrading does? Upgrading reduces smelting times, increases storage capacity. Okay, so you know, you put some groups of it together to smelt it. You can get more done that way. That's interesting. Where's that tanning rack? There we go. So let's try this out. I didn't want to do that out. Let's see. I think my sword away, something. Okay. So the tanning. We'll put some heavy hide in there. And some light hide, too. So it just happens. There's no animation, unfortunately. Can like this, it just bounces a little bit. That's nice. I don't have to wait for it to finish. Okay. So if you jump out, you don't want to craft it. You just jump out early. Farmer's workbench. Okay. Little trolley there. Crew cheers to shear sheep. Water bucket for water. Minecraft basic thing. Feed bag. Animals might be lured by this. Okay. Empty watering can. Watered crops grow 2.5 times faster, so it's just an effort to make it better. And a capture crate to abduct animals, like baby sheep and stuff. We can get hose at later levels of this, so this has to be continuously upgraded a lot, looks like. Oh, there's more. Here we go. Wheat requires just essence. Then you got lettuce with essence, and then you got everything else with essence, essence, essence. Okay. Some do require the other parts. What else does? The Forgotten Daunton Temple restoring 10 memories. This is kind of like a little questing thing to do to get access to some of the stuff. Well, I want to try this. So, one thing I'm interested in is this. Now, we don't have any other stuff to do like Minecraft, but the question is, as you can see, when we go to these logs and everything else, we chop it down, but there's wood underground. Does the tree eat into the wood, or the ground, you know? Does it eat the dirt up? Can I absorb over there? How far can we absorb the... pretty far, actually. But you can see those roots go very deep. So, does this go very deep is my question here. So, I love the cutting system so much more than Minecraft so far. This is already a blast. I'm even forgetting I'm making a video just talking about it. That's how good this stuff is going for me. Oh, there we go. Right click and shift. We can take half of that there and start cooking some more iron. Okay. And we'll put some copper behind it. Campfire cooks basic meals. I hadn't done this yet, okay. So I didn't even notice this at first. So we have a campfire, and it says basic meals. So we have logs, I'm guessing. I guess we cook some raw meat then. That's quick cooking. Okay. So I have cooked meat. So it goes from 5% to 10% and a nice regeneration amount. Now I still am hurting from that bear beating me, so let's take a nice little eating there. Nice little boost at the start. Oh, what do I see in the distance here? But some reeds and an angry bear. They look so angry from behind, but when you see him in the face, you realize this is a very angry animal. Ah, nothing, just plant fiber. So not reeds like Minecraft yet. The game has the potential to have so much more added to it. Like, look at the sky, not look at the sky, look around because of my computer, but the sky looks amazing even here. Like a painted world. That's what it feels like. Like you're in some sort of painted adventure. Everything's bouncing alive. And you hear that music. It's got that Skyrim-esque music that a lot of people like. But I feel like everything feels more like Legend of Zelda crossed with Minecraft. A lot of things you just build with Essence of Life will let you to just basically build the world you want again, you know. And again, we get charcoal for using wood, which means we get more use out of it. So, unlike Minecraft where you had to have to sacrifice some to make some to get some, it works a lot better than that. Looks like I've already used up too much of my wood, so let's go get some more. Alright, so even though it had blocks on the side, it knew what the log was, so. That's pretty good, too. So far, I'm incredibly impressed with this game compared to Minecraft. And we'll get a blacksmith anvil, too. Okay, so now we can take a look at the armor system. Now, compared to Minecraft, the problems that a lot of people might find would be that you have a lot of workbenches versus not needing workbenches. You only need a crafting table in Minecraft and the right materials, but this you have more of a survival game-esque thing. And honestly, I can't hate it because, I mean, look at it. The workbenches are incredibly good looking and detailed. You see a few issues with some of the designs and the aspects to it. You can see where the blocks are shoved together there instead of a kind of a half point, but they're working with a blockiness with edges and stuff like that, so you can't hate them for it. So we can see here some of the physical resistance and the stuff like that. So 4% versus 5%, 6% versus 9%. So that's iron armor. We got, what, thorium next. Well, that's interesting. So it looks like while mithril might not be better than adamantine. Let's see. Found that death beneath the scorched lands. Crucible, okay. So we just got a completely different aspect of things, so. Again, adamantine looks like it's doing better than mithril for your basic light attacks and stuff. Now look at that shield. These are some cool designs. The art style really works well too. So even though we got all this cool, good lighting and stuff in the game, the art style is just really shining well due to the drawn-on lines they've already added to the textures. So we got little highlights and stuff on the body piece and the helmet. And you got all these, you know, edges and stuff. So apart from just having better graphics than Minecraft, the texturing and art style is way better too. In fact, this reminds me of a lot of the texture packs I would put on Minecraft to make it look like this, but it's a little better. Now, it kind of almost looks like the dirt block is rounded on the edge, almost got like little bevels and stuff. Now, you could probably push it a little further with some stuff and such, but the art style alone just covers that. Now, I don't think the squirrel's going to be worth it, so we're not going to murder any poor innocent wooden creatures any further today. Well, at least not squirrels. Now, like a lot of Minecraft games, everything's going to be happening around your house and stuff. So, let's see what we can get from this other stuff. So you just put a block into the builder's workbench. We have access to all these types and stuff. All the way to walls and stuff. And so it's already max tier, so that doesn't go up in higher tier. So we get shell cobblestone. Dark temple parts, that's cool. Oh, that's neat. 2 door pieces. So that is, because that uses 2 a piece for that. Okay, okay. So now we have heavy leather and light leather made from the creatures. So it went from high to leather because of that. So let's make an iron hatchet. We'll see how that compares to the stone hatchet we have. And see how much better tiers have for doing our work. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why you would need a better hatchet for getting trees. That was so quick. So let's try with the iron. So we got redwoods here. Oh, cedars, okay. Just really big trees, but you got to get all 4 pieces to send it there. All right. Nice little line. Now, a lot of games, you'll see that happen, but they just scatter everywhere because of certain things. But I guess I understand that's what they're doing here. They're trying to make it all come down in one little line. It's all there. All the wood is there for me to pick up. It's 38 cedar. So that makes it a lot easier for me, the player, to pick up my items. That's neat. Okay, so let's put the fur back in here. I like the charcoal doesn't do too much, but it gives you a little extra here. Let's get some. tens. Craft by tens. Craft by tens. Let's see what we can do with this. Let's see how this looks for building your fancy little house. Okay, right click makes there. So I don't even have to put blocks on the side to build it. I just like how these doors do, or any doors, you know. You got a nice little skull there on this dark door. Goes opens both sides like that. Okay. Whoop. Let's give it a nice trim at the bottom. So I broke apart my decorative, and it gave me a fence for some reason. I don't think it's supposed to happen. Glitches will happen in these early access. Does anything else turn into the wrong thing? Apparently only that one. I don't think it's on purpose. Can we put these back and get more things? Hey, look, we can make more parts from this stuff. Okay. I just want to see. Well, I was going to make it and stuff with that. Okay, so does this turn into something else? That'd be funny if it did. Okay. So there's a slight issues with the game at times, but otherwise it's fine. Let's see how this looks so far from the outside. Even though the textures aren't quite alike, they don't go apart from each other because they're from the same texture. Let me see. Yep, right-clicking with the torches will put them down because I've already got them in my Z hotbar. Let's see if we can make a shield now. Takes light leather, so we'll make a copper shield instead. You got shield bashing now, so that's fun. There's heavy leather. It's not worth it right now, so we'll go get some. But now we have the house at 4 high. Easily climbed. No problems. What can we make for a weapon, though? Still needs light leather to make anything with iron. The thorium is medium, and cobalt is heavy. Each weapon has its own requirements of stuff, so... Okay, we can make a hand crossbow out of iron. I think the hand crossbow can actually be put into your Z slot as well, which is intriguing, to say the least. Well, let's do some hunting real quick and see how that turns out. So we actually have tiered bows, which already is way beyond Minecraft. So the boar kicked back instead of attacking directly. So they're adorable, but not much goes on for hunting the animals. If you hate hurting creatures, this is not going to be the game for you compared to Minecraft, where everything's a little bit less adorable. find things sickeningly adorable. It's a good game for you then. You can also abduct little baby creatures in crates. Don't worry, we're not hunting the small, innocent children animals right now. They wouldn't drop anything, I'm sure. So we're not going to test it out. The adults are plenty for now. So now we have more light hide. We can make some iron stuff. We already have the iron helmet, so we don't have to worry about that. But I want to try the iron hand crossbow. We will make some more of this while we'll build our house a little bit more. Working on that. What's the range of building? It's about Minecraft range, maybe a little bit more. You can also notice when you're building, the speed compared to Minecraft is way faster. That's, if you hold it down, it's going to be Minecraft speeds a bit. Whoop. You want to go that high. Alright, so what can I make now from this? And of course, since we have the ability to jump, we can do so much more. Or rather, the ability to jump and grab on. We can make some more out of this. Yeah, we can. Okay. Go ahead. Top off on that. So far, the building aspect actually feels better and faster than Minecraft. Okay, so that doesn't... what can I right-click with? Okay, so the pickaxe... Okay, that didn't do it either. What am I doing wrong here? Maybe I just need to have my hand empty for it. Okay, the items did repair a little bit there. So there's even more slots than I can see with our equipment and stuff. We have a pocket toggle and some more things. So there's even more interesting stuff to work with the game and stuff. So there's a backpack upgrade and something with a forgotten temple. So the game's already got a lot more. Okay, so I made that 5 high, so you can't grab it. What about this side where I have the... Okay, that didn't work. See, can I want to find out something here. If I can take this and make... I didn't want to make that. Okay, what happens? So, let's say I've accidentally made some stairs. Can't do anything with that. Okay, so... I was trying to see if maybe I could change them out again. But it looks like the block types can all be turned into the... other, like, more advanced types later. So... But if you do turn them into, like, stairs or roofs, you cannot undo that. Which is fine. I mean, it's Got more than Minecraft has so far. Oh, I think we can, oh, we got that leather. Cool. Okay, so let's look at the weapon bench. Alright, we can now make the Iron Hand crossbow. Let's see. Okay, my friend told me it might be possible, so it's not. Okay, so it's not an offhand. Every time I hit R, it just does that. Because I guess it's because I don't have some arrows. I think I got some arrows back. So it looks like the crossbow bolts are the same as arrows as far as this game goes. So let's see. The arrows are... How many arrows do I have here? Okay, that's... So we got a semi-automatic crossbow weapon. Okay. Alright, we have 12 here. How many am I loading in? Oh, we have... At the bottom, we can see how many we got. Okay. So, your crossbow is a repeating crossbow. So, if you want to go Van Helsing on somebody, this game allows it. So, let's go see what we can test out with this gun. Crossbow thing. Alright. One full one just takes out a pig like that. Okay, so crossbow. So you don't see in Minecraft, a snake. Very good so far. Adventuring is fun in this, but so far it looks like the building of the house works quite well too. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going after a tree and I killed a pig instead to try out that crossbow. So the roots count apparently different from the trunk of the tree, so that won't knock a root above it down. I do believe this was the wrong thing. There we go. So we have hardwood and softwood. You can see how it's different. You can use a lot of interesting designs using different kind of the hardwood and softwood differences, but they all go to a thing instead of just being like birch, oak, fir. There might be, you know, updates down the road where they do that. That's why I didn't have access to it. All I can think about is there's that yellow one. There, okay. Now we got it nice and even. So that's what it would look like with a full house. We got nice little designs there. I can use the you can see you can kind of do upside down ones quite easily here to make that nice little, like, you know, kind of curved design to a lot of this stuff. So that works quite well for making your nice little house design look like you want it. No, I didn't work on the ground yet, so that's not a big deal. You guys will do your owns just fine, I'm sure. You'll have a pleasant time figuring that out. What else can we cook? Can we cook pumpkin? Roast vegetable. Okay. What about cook wheat by itself? What do we get? What do we get? Roast vegetable. I mean, technically that's a grain, but who are we to judge? Is there better cooking available than that? Let's see. We do have. I think there's a chef table or something in there. Ah, there we go. Now, how does this go? So let's look at the crafting of food versus Minecraft. Now, Minecraft has a food system where you eat things to regenerate your stamina, but basically, you can't sprint without enough food in you, and if you have too little, you starve to death and start hurting yourself up to a very minimal amount of hunger, basically. Basically, your HP goes down all the way to 2 when you're starving. But when you are in this game, the hunger is purely a boost system. You see stamina boost, health boost. So I think this would regenerate your stamina instantly, but it gives you a health regen. So food is for better stuff, so to speak. There's not that many specific stuff so far. We do have dough, though. There's dough, flour, egg, and water in a water bucket. So they have a very extensive one here. Oh, we have raw fish made from any fish. Okay, so the better fish quality you get, or I guess the fish type, will get you better stuff. So, that's interesting. And that means there must be a fishing rod somewhere. Or is there? I've not seen one yet. I would expect you to find some sort of fishing station here. Salvager's workbench. Does that give me materials back for the things that I'm breaking down? An alchemist and an arcanist workbench. Oh, there's the shovels. It starts with iron, it looks like. Let's try out the crude hammer. I haven't thought about this yet. So it changes the way things look. So it doesn't matter if you're having this block, or that block. You can just right click to change. Like, I don't know. How does it look? Okay. They're the same block type, but different designs to it. So that's pretty neat. And it does all 4 sides, or, well, 6 sides of it. 6 sides of the square. Or cube, I should say. So it does all 6 sides of it. So that's interesting. What about doors? No. Can it change anything else? Ah, I can. You can make cobblestone look like stone. So that's why they'd be the same in the game. I see. I understand how this is all working now. That is truly interesting. So certain blocks can be altered if they have an alternate state. Let's see. I want to see if the damage is different between those weapon types. That's the armor. Blacksmith. Okay. So we have the crossbow here at... I'm guessing that signature energy is how much damage it does. Or does it not even tell you what damage it does? Interesting. It doesn't show the actual damage it does, but we do know that we only have one crossbow that's multiple shots. Okay. So that has multiple shots like that, and what can cobblestone become? So let's test this cobblestone out and see what it can do. Oh, that's not right. Where is my hammer? There it is. So all those types of basic cobblestone become like that. I think there's more than one type of that thing, okay? So let's see. I don't see anything that could be different. Let's try making a cobblestone base there of a pillar. And we'll put that down. I know it does not turn into something better. Okay. So I made a little house here with the designs. The hammer allows us to change anything. So you can just make out a one block type and then come back later and just hammer everything you want. Make the design as you want it. That's got a much better building system than Minecraft. You gotta remember to hit F instead of right click for a lot of things. I'm still not used to this. This plays more like a traditional game than Minecraft, and so that's an important thing to go about with it. So far, though, this is what we have with this game. So now we have a shield bash, and we can counter with a crossbow. Let's have some fun with our friend over there. So the bear went down quite easily. So with the right range weapon, you can hunt anything. Let's pass the daytime here. I still can't get over the vaulting. The vaulting's so much fun. So now we can see in the distance we have some glowing objects. Now we've gotten a few bits of well, we've got a bit of hair in our chest after some gruesome fighting and brutal delving into the dungeons. So let's get some better things to help ourselves with here. We don't have enough light leather or medium leather. Well, I guess we're going with stone weapons into the great beyond here. Got a lot of food types here to try out too. A nice little hand crossbow. Let's see how the roast vegetable works on our health compared to the wild berries. Quite significantly heavier. Now the pigs looked like they were going to be much worse than they were, but all they did was kick you in the backside. I thought for sure they'd be a lot stronger than that. So let's go find that blue and that yellow glow out there. Now I see some things up there that look potentially dangerous. We also can see iron in the wild here. Looks like copper in the wild too. So mountains are actually a good form of getting your resources without going into the dangerous tunnels. Already out of space. Let's see. Silver ore. That's a different kind of ore entirely than what I was thinking it would be. Is this gold? I don't need some dirt. Let's see. Yeah, we got gold ore. Well, now, I'm quite impressed by just seeing it out here like that. Is cobalt? Yes, it's cobalt, the higher tier material. But of course, in order to access all that, you need enough of it. You can't just use it off the bat. So even though I can collect the cobalt, it's not going to give me a lot of great use right now. So let's see what we have up here. Is that lava? No, it's something else. Let's see, what do I not need here? Uh-oh. Danger has arrived. Now are these mediums? That's medium hide. From wolves, of course. Well, that's just the top of the mountain there. Does it show you where this forgotten temple would be? Oh, we have some buildings to the east. I don't think this game has NPCs yet, but don't quote me on that. There's so much to see and do, I'm not quite sure about a lot yet. Do not need moss. What are all these crystals for? That's another question. I don't need the door. Would be an arcane kind of thing. So the arcanist table and the magic stuff would be more to it. So the mountains seem to have their own, like, plethora of resources. So that's an interesting thing, like with the division of resources and everything. A storm thistle. I don't know what these resources are for. I should probably put them up. Oh, but is there a third person mode? Is another question just to figure out real quick. Minecraft does have a third person mode, but does this? There it does. It is V. So we have C for looking around at yourself and the environment. What is it all those Minecraft kids do? Hello everyone, I'm a random Minecraft video maker trying to talk to you by swinging my fist. It's already so much better than anything Minecraft people can do. I'd much more trust a content creator with this than the other stuff we see. I believe that is iron there. Yep, that is iron because it has that little bit of nature to it, I guess you would say. Sometimes do have a good fair amount of resources, and it's quite fun. Let's set forth on a slight adventure, see what's ahead. It does have a bit of lag when you're going around and stuff, but again, it's because my computer's terrible. It was a little hard to block during that. The Mises are very angry today. Let's see what's on the top of the mountain. That's a good idea, I think. Gotta get the gold first. So I can't not get gold. I'm greedy. I love treasure. Must have been a dragon in a previous life. Or a greedy person. I'm just incredibly greedy and I hoard things and stuff like that and tell you a story about dragons to lure you into the idea that I might just not have problems. In fact, it's completely normal. It's just how I am, and that I'm not greedy at all. But the truth is I'm actually incredibly greedy, and I can't stop myself. Hoarding is my mentality. The side everything looks amazing and better here. So this is the top of the mountain here. And what a better place to end it than just seeing all this game has to offer from the peak. You can see little birds in the distance flying around, a little hard right here because of me going to the side. But you can then see things just fluttering around, creatures and everything. But I think this is all I can really show for a good comparison. Like, there's probably more, there's a lot more this game has to offer at the current state. But again, this game is beyond early access. This is early access from years ago, reworked back into working order after basically being canceled. So everyone, thank you all for joining me on this. But before we stop, let's address, is this game a Minecraft killer? Absolutely. This is absolutely a Minecraft killer. And the reason isn't like other games that are Minecraft killers. The way it makes a Minecraft killer is it has to do everything that Minecraft does, but better. We have seen this with the mining system. We have seen this with the combat, the building, and just the general flair of how everything looks and feels. The music's amazing. The graphics are good. This game is absolutely a Minecraft killer, as long as they keep making content. The only thing they have less than Minecraft is, well, the history. Minecraft has been out for even longer than this game's been in development. But unlike this game, Minecraft has been modded so much over the years with so many amazing mods. But the thing is, the mods don't make Minecraft. Minecraft just becomes the mods in the end. So Minecraft is a terrible base. So if this game manages to pull off the modding plans that they have to exceed those of Minecraft and make it so easily accessible, this game will 150% take over and kill Minecraft. By now, Minecraft is ancient. It's almost 20 years old. It probably began development 20 years ago. Minecraft is ancient, but this game is brand new. It's been in development for so long, but the ideas will still be fresh and everything else, and they'll be pushing forward now that they're finally into early access. They can now start building upon the game for what you guys want to see. So I'm very sure that these developers will keep pushing forward. They've got a lot of development plans. They've got a lot of harsh history that just shows that they will struggle to see this game through to become the game it needs to be. So, is this a Minecraft killer? Yes or no? I've already said it. It is absolutely going to become a Minecraft killer because this game will do everything that Minecraft does, but better. It has better systems, better design. It just doesn't have as much because Minecraft, well, it's been out for a long time. But Minecraft updates incredibly slow, and this game will easily exceed that very quickly. Within a year, I'm sure this game will just blow Minecraft out of the water. Because this is no longer about can it do it, we've seen it do it. We've seen it be better. We've seen it do more. The world looks more alive and more beautiful. And I'm running this on a potato. So your computers can probably do excessively better than mine. I'm also streaming at the same time, so all the graphics and everything you see here are not as good. Any visual glitches and issues will either be resolved or probably are the aspect of me picking the wrong, like, clothing options, as if the flickering hand would be. But otherwise, the game is pretty darn good for its state. It was literally destroyed and then brought back. And what can be better than seeing such an underdog tale exceed the legend, the myth, the billion-dollar enterprise that is Minecraft? But this game, I believe, absolutely, without a doubt, will be that one game that we see become what we call the Minecraft killer. Because by now all the kids want Minecraft 2.0 and Microsoft's not going to do anything else. So absolutely, you should start playing Hytale. If you like Minecraft but want something new, this is it for you. This is the game that you've been waiting for.